We are finally back with another new episode of Pack Attack. It took way longer than I thought it would to get everything up and ready for season 2. But it is a new season. That means it's time for new beginnings. And it's also finally time for new uniforms. These are the aways. They're pretty standard. A little bit of retro type feel maybe. But instead of just making a home version of these uniforms this time around, I decided that we were going to have commissioned some City Connects. So if there's anything I've learned from the real life City Connects is that usually the main color of your jersey is some variation of your normal main color. You can also have whatever random colors you want. So we've got purple. And then also you can't just have your team name or your city on the front. You got to have something random, either some random abbreviation or something completely different. So ours, we just have the best. And that's in reference paying homage to the very username of this Pack Attack account. And we also had to make sure that we got the ones pointing up towards each player so that each and every one of our guys feels like they're the best. But now to get started with the real meat of today's episode, first things first is if you can remember all the way back to our last episode back in season 1, I gave you guys a challenge. And that was if we could hit 50 likes, we were going to double the amount that each like was worth on this episode. And of course, you guys hit it. You destroyed it. We're at 57 likes on the last episode, which means that automatically gives us 11,400 stubs to go towards our packs after the game today. So as always, guys, remember to hit that like button on this episode right now to add your 100 stubs towards the next one. Let's keep it going. And then just as usual, we sold everything from the last episode's packs to go to the stub bank. But on top of it, just like I planned on, we sold all of our season 1 cards. Even those that were unsellable, I added the quick sell value. So that means we added 79,409 stubs to the bank, plus another 5,912 from a 4.6% interest rate. And we are now sitting at 134,425 stubs in the bank. And before we get to spending those, this is what our team is looking like here at the very beginning of season 2. All the cards we were able to bring over from season 1, we have Story as our wild card, and then the rest of the team is just filled up with whatever we pulled at the end of last episode. But I did have one thing that I wanted to run by you guys real quick when it came to our starting rotation. But back in season 1, we had the live series version of Ranger Suarez, and then later on we got that 93 overall Topps now, which basically just upgraded and replaced the live series. So my thought was, instead of selling that 93 Suarez, I just downgraded him back to the live series. I want to know what you guys think about that, if you think it's okay, but if it's all good, then our starting rotation looks pretty solid also. And before we get to spending our stubs, I have a couple of things that I wanted to change about the way that the wheel is going to work here in season 2. So there was originally 3 different things that I wanted to change, but one of those 3 that we're going to talk about first didn't quite work out how I thought it would, so we're not going to make that change, but I just want to let you guys know what my thoughts were. But my plan was that I was going to keep around all the packs from season 1 that had 99 overalls in them, and then these could be players that we add to our wild card slot. But now that we know that the second wild card slot is really tough to get, I mean, I'm talking here and it's still not even showing up there, 570,000 XP. I mean, that's a long ways down the road, and combine that with the fact that our wild card right now is so good. If I was going to have these 99s on our wheel right now, then anytime I landed on one, it would pretty much just be a waste, because chances are they're not better than Trevor Story, and I wouldn't want to add them to the team. So I think I'm just going to do away with all these 99 overall packs. I just kept them in the inventory here so I could talk about them, but I think starting next episode, they're all going to be gone. I'm going to clean up the inventory because it'll be a long time down the road before that second wildcard slot even comes into play, if it even does. So maybe by then I'll have a different idea for how to incorporate wildcards from season 1, but I think for now we're just going to put that off. But now this is the main change to the wheel that we have going into season 2, is I wanted to come up with a way for the wheel to stay relevant and stay valuable all throughout the season, because back in season 1, with the way we had it working near the end of the season, when my team was too good to be adding 89 overalls or even 85 overalls that we still had on the wheel, you know, it would have been kind of a letdown if I spent 20,000 stubs to spin the wheel and then we just landed on something that wouldn't even upgrade the team. So really here at the start of season 2, not much is going to be different about the wheel except for the fact that I'm going to bump the price back up a little bit to 25,000 stubs. Where the change is really going to kick in is when Chapter 2 of Team Affinity releases. Then all the packs that had come out and were on the wheel before that point, they're all locked in and they stay on that wheel for Chapter 1. And then all the packs that come out from Chapter 2 to Chapter 3, that'll be our new main wheel that costs 25,000 stubs. And then our old wheel from Chapter 1, that'll get bumped down to 20k. And then the same thing will happen when Chapter 3 of Team Affinity comes out, is everything from that point to the end of the season, that'll be our main wheel. Our Chapter 2 wheel will then be the one that costs 20k to spin. And then all the way back to our Chapter 1 wheel, that'll get bumped down to 15k. And then the last thing I wanted to do with the wheel is bring it back to being available to buy after a game. But there are going to be some differences to that to make it a little bit more risky to spin it with our post-game stubs. So in addition to everything that would normally be on that 25,000 stub wheel, we're also going to have some more unfortunate options that we can land on. So we're going to add like the regular headliner pack. We're going to add show packs even. We're going to add the silver topper and the gold topper individually. So that would really suck if we spend 25k and land on the silver topper. That's the risk. But I'm also adding the 10 pack bundle and 20 pack bundle as a whole as an option. But I also wanted to add a little bit of a fun option too, a better option that's exclusive to the post game wheel if we earn it. So with half the chance of being able to be landed on than anything else on the wheel, we have a 50 pack bundle available. All right, but I think with all that out of the way, we're finally ready to get into upgrading our team. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't plan on spending all 134,000 stubs that we have in the bank right now. But mainly my reasoning for that is in the shop right now, I don't really think there's all that many good options to actually upgrade our team. Like none of these drop 2 rewards really do it for me. This codename pack, there's not really, I feel like, all that great options in this one. So I just think it would be smarter not to blow all of our stubs right now and save it up for when we get maybe a better pack or maybe a flash sale at some point. But I still want the chance to upgrade the team for today. So I think my plan is to spin the wheel just 2 times. So my old way of spinning the wheel is still broken, so we got to do it a different way. But it's still a wheel, we can still spin it. So our first spin of season 2, let's get it going, and we have the AL East Chapter 1 pack. No catcher, but Tristan Casas seems like a pretty solid first baseman. I mean, that does then mean that we leave Josh Naylor in left field for now. I was kind of maybe hoping for an outfielder, which, you know, we could take a Clint Frazier, we could take a Santander, which actually, you know what, now looking at him even closer, I might take Santander. The switch hitting is nice. Did not realize he had such good fielding. I think maybe the raw hitting attributes aren't quite as good as Casas, but I'd say it's close enough that the fielding and the switch hitterness kind of makes up for it. So you know what, I do think that our first upgrade here of season 2, our first season 2 card of Pack Attack this year, I'm saying it goes to Santander. So then we'll be able to go ahead and bring in Anthony Santander and right. So landing on a pack that didn't have a catcher should just increase our chances that we land on a catcher this time, right? So here we go, another 25,000 stubs to spin the wheel a second time, and this one's gonna be, it's the cornerstones. All right, if we weren't gonna land on a catcher, this is probably the next best option here, and we just happened to never get the season 1 cornerstones, so there was never a reason to tell you my plan for the cornerstones if we got them. But my plan has always been, we're not just taking one player. Since we landed on this, we have access to all the cornerstones whenever we want them, because that's kind of how they work. I think definitely right now we have to take the Luis Castillo because he's the live series captain. So like I said, I never really had the opportunity to use this, but getting these guys now is kind of exciting, because that is kind of what I was thinking, is we get Castillo for now. I'm going to add him over Luis Heel, and then we'll activate his boost. But you know, if we get to the point where we don't have as many live series cards and Castillo gets phased out, all we got to do is exchange him, open the pack again, and take one of the other guys. And look at what this boost does for us. We easily meet the requirements for tier 3, so we get plus 15 contact both ways, and then plus 12 hits and walks per 9 on our pitchers. So man, I mean, this like transforms our team as it is right now. Look at Bobby Witt Jr. with that contact upgrade. Look at Soto. All of our starting pitchers now get boosted up to being over a 90 overall. So yeah, even though we didn't get that catcher upgrade I was looking for, I mean, at least the Castillo boost gets our guy Agustin Ramirez up to be a little bit more usable right now. But yeah, I'm gonna stop there at our 2 wheel spins, and let's get into our game today. I mean, it's taken long enough to get there, so it's time to play. But we're starting the new season back down at a rating of 550, and actually this kind of reminds me, one final small change that I wanted to make starting season 2 here is before I had a rule where if I unlocked this 75-point player, I could only use them for the rest of the current ranked season. But up until this point, I've only unlocked this card once, and the only time I unlocked this card was in the final game of the season, so we've never actually gotten to use them. So I'm taking that restriction off. If we can earn this 75-point player, he can stay on the team for as long as we want him to. All right, but here we finally go. I'm throwing our new upgrade Castillo on the mound right away. Unfortunately, we're on the road though, so we don't get to see our City Connects. I do still like our road jerseys though. These aren't too bad. Oh, and I just barely got under our first swing of season 2 with Trevor's Story. It would have been so nice to start season 2 off with that. Oh, and Soto, I'm going back up the middle, but we're in the shift. I feel like I'm a little too antsy. I feel like I'm a little too amped up right now. We got to reel things in. I got to be patient. And is that going to drop in? No. Oh, it is. Okay. And I might try and swipe second here. You know what? I'm actually not going to waste any time. Let's go first pitch. Oh, he got a terrible jump. Swing to protect him, or we'll just get thrown out. Okay. Oh, whenever I try and do something like that, man. Dude, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but seeing these road jerseys in action, they're like, I don't know. I don't want to say they're growing on me because I liked them while I was making them, but they look even better than I thought they would. There we go. That's going to be our first out of the game, and how fitting. Our 2 wheel spins. Castillo pitching the ball that gets the out that's caught by Santander. And there we go. The rollover to Witt at third. Oh, and he's going to swing early and get rewarded with it because of course. Okay, this dude is early on like everything I throw away, which if we can keep getting rollovers is going to be really nice. Oh my god, this dude is really good on the mound. That is an amazing 3-2 pitch. It looked like a strike the whole way in. You had to swing. There we go. Of course it's the new guy. Anthony Santander going over everything. Oh my god. That's going to be 500 feet. It's going to be close. 510. He cleared 500 by plenty. Oh, and Luis Robert in his first start, is that going to get down? It is, and it's going to get past him. That could be 3. Do I push it here? I'm going to push it. 77 speed should be plenty. It is plenty. A home run followed up by a triple. Man, Robert's been living on our bench for so long, and he finally gets an opportunity here with the start of the new season, and he's doing that. Oh, that stayed in the zone. I finally laid off of it, and that's the one that stays in the zone. Oh, and I'm under that one this time. Agustin Ramirez doesn't quite. That actually went way further than it should have. Strike. Dude, there's like 5 strikes this at bat. Just sit him down. There we go. All right, perfect spot on a 3-2 pitch. All right, he wasn't quite as early on that one, but I'll still consider that a rollover. Hey, there's a strikeout. Nice. Good couple innings from Castillo. All right, let's see, Kiermaier. Is the magic back? Even though he's down to a bronze, we have him boosted with Castillo. Maybe the magic's back. The magic's not quite back. Story? No, I'm too early on 99. Dude, and I knew he was going to throw that, and he threw it up. Okay, I finally caught on. He's throwing that sinker away. Oh, is that going to go? Okay. I thought that was just going to be a shift-beating 2-out double, but Soto's going deep. Oh, and I'm late, dude. He still is making some really nice pitches. Even that pitch against Soto, the only reason I hit it is because I was waiting for it. Story. Oh, he knocked it down. That hit the glove. Just stick in it. Come on. I don't know. Is Mancini slow enough? 42 speed. Seager got it there in time. Nice play. And another rollover over to Story. You know he's going to make the play. All right, now the question is he going to go back outside even after what I did to Soto? He did, and I didn't make him pay. And then I'm I'm biting right away because I thought that was a hanger. I thought I was going to be all over it, but instead we turned that into what, a 4-pitch inning? Horrible. I have a feeling like I'm up big in this game, but it's only 2-0. It's only a 2-run lead. A bloop and a blast, and it's not a lead anymore. Okay, at least we can still get the rollovers. That was a surprisingly difficult meter, but we got it. All right, we've thrown so many pitches away. I want to buzz him up in it and see if he's going to be able to get around on it. That's not quite where I wanted it to be, but it still got him. Ooh, that's his best swing yet, but we still have Kiermaier in center, so he's going to run that down easy. There was never a doubt in my mind. Man, I had the right idea. That actually, though, could carry. This is Laughing Mountain. It is going to carry. I did not think that had a chance off the bat. No way. Agustin Ramirez to the gap? Our 69 overall catchers getting extra bases? Oh, and Kiermaier still doesn't have it, man. I mean, we saw what he did on defense. That's so valuable. I don't want to get rid of him, but I also don't want to keep him if he's just an auto out now. I don't think I got enough of that one. That one's not going to carry like Naylor's. Come on, get down. Get down. That is going to get down right there. We go. All right, we finally scored more than one in an inning. And did he mess up or is he giving up? I think he just messed up. I think he tried to switch to the center fielder and it didn't switch for him. So I'll take a triple from Soto. I mean, that's a homer, a triple for him. If this game lasts long enough, he's got a chance at our first cycle ever. I don't know, man. I don't know what happens in Laughing Mountain Park. If that has enough to do anything, it doesn't quite. Okay. But you know what? Another 2 spot. We double our lead. Starting to feel pretty good. And he really still hasn't put together any good at-bats at the plate yet. So I'm not really worried. Okay, well, why do I say anything ever? Realistically, what I should do is sit here in silence for the 20+ minutes that these episodes are. Oh! The silence works. Oh, did I get a hit? Oh, no, I didn't. You know what? Oh, we beat it out, though. Oh, my God. Oh, that's not going to go my way. That'll be a well-earned double play for me. Man, if I could just adjust to the point where I'm not quite as far under some of these pitches, I would have at least double the runs I have right now. Dude, I am in love with these rollovers today. This is so fun. It might be more fun to get weak rollover ground balls than to just get a bunch of strikeouts. That's fun too. That definitely has its place in terms of fun. Oh, nice Castillo. That, at least for now, gets him a quality start, but I don't think he's done yet. Naylor with his second home run of the game. That one felt a little bit better. Oh my God, that was destroyed. Dude, I don't know, man. Naylor might be a pretty nice addition to this team here. And did that end it? Was that a walk-off from Naylor? One game gets us up to a 582 rating. We get Castillo up to his first parallel, and we get all of our season rewards up to this point. I don't think it's anything too crazy with where we are, especially since they took the player out of the pennant race pack now. And we got some stubs to add up. Our hitting is going to make us 10,900 stubs. The pitching is going to add another 7,400. And the bonus category with the double likes is giving us 14,982 stubs. Going back to last season, we're at a 3-game winning streak. And after losing some players, we have 3 parallel 1s, 4 2s, and the 1-3. That gives us a multiplier today of times 1.12. which brings us up to a final stub count today of 37,276. That's too much. And all right, well, with just bringing it back and earning as many subs as we did, we have to spin our post-game wheel, but we'll save that for the end because we still have a bunch of other packs to open. I bought a headliners pack and then 3 more show packs, and we have all of these ranked rewards to get through. So let's start getting through them. We got 3 show packs first. Let's see if we can pull anything out of these. Man, Nick Anderson is down to a 60 overall common. What happened to him? We got a silver out of this one. I mean, at this point, he could make the pen at a 76. We'll see. And then the last of the 3 show packs is going to get us nothing more than another bronze. So man, even with the team we have right now starting a new season, that's probably not really going to get us any upgrades. All right, let's do these ranked packs first. These have silvers, or at least this one does, which again could be an upgrade to the team at this point. This one won't be though. The regular season pack is also just a silver. I don't think Johan, well, maybe, because we do have Jose Siri on the bench right now, and Rojas might be a slight upgrade to him. All right, now the all-star reward gets us another show pack to open, so we got a 4th chance at pulling something out of one of these, and we still don't really get anything. So then we just have this pennant race pack left, which this is kind of a shame because last season this had a player in it that was exclusive to making pennant race in ranked, and now they took that out in favor of a random headliners pack. So that, at least for us, kind of sucks because we got some use out of those pennant race players before. That was Mike Lowell, that was Joe Nathan. We do get a second of the same headliners pack though, so at least it's the newest one. And this one gives us a chance at 91 overall Matt McClain, who I think looks like a pretty nice card. I know out of everything our infield is the most crowded, but we'd have to make room for him if we got him, but we probably don't have to worry about that. At least Treinen is probably going to make the bullpen. That's actually a nice addition when you factor in the Castillo boost. And then our second chance at this headliner pack, and it's going to give us a gold this time, TJ Friedel. I actually don't think, to me, he looks any better than the Rojas that we just pulled if we're getting a new center fielder. And that just leaves us with our wheel spin. So obviously we took the 2 packs that we landed on before the game on that wheel off of this wheel. So I think we're left with 21 options, but one of those options we have the half chance of landing on. So let's see here. The first spin of a post-game pack wheel, what are we going to end up with? And we get an NL West Chapter 1 pack. All right, so this is going to give us a chance at another pretty solid upgrade here. And you could almost consider it like being for free since we don't have to spend our stub bank stubs to get this one. And this one, well, I guess we found our catcher. Feel like that's the biggest hole to fill right now, so we may as well take Joey Bart. I don't think he's the greatest looking hitter, but he's solid enough. Good clutch rating too, and he'll be good behind the plate. So yeah, I say that's what we do here. Let's fill our biggest hole, upgrade from our biggest weakness on the team right here. Even though Agustin Ramirez did have a solid enough game with the double, he did his job for us, and now we get the real guy, the big guns. So there we go. The first episode on Pack Attack in Season 2 is in the books. Again, don't forget to let me know if you disagree with what I have done with Ranger Suarez. That's like the biggest takeaway I want you guys to interact with on this episode. Also, don't forget to leave your like for 100 stubs. And obviously, if you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back to Pack Attack, even though it took me a little bit longer than I thought it would. And I don't plan on the next episode to take quite as long. So I will see you next time.